Ye's comments have been embraced by anti-Semitic extremist groups. This is the ADL. During an October 16th sermon for the Nation of Islam's annual Holy Day of Atonement commemoration, student minister Ismail Muhammad referenced Ye's recent comments or recent remarks. It says extremist Black Hebrew Israelite sects also praised Ye over the weekend for helping spread their teachings to more people. Other extremist groups, including White Lives Matter and the Goem Defense League, I'm not familiar with them, have leveraged Ye's comments to further their own agendas and inspire new propaganda campaigns. I wasn't even familiar with White Lives Matter. I didn't know that was a real thing. So they're saying that all these groups, the Nation of Islam, Black Hebrew Israelites, White Lives Matter, Goyim, I don't know how to say that, Defense League, are leveraging Kanye West comments to further their own agenda and inspire new propaganda and campaigns. I think everybody in this situation is furthering their own agenda. I think there's an agenda for the media to dispel they're really not dispelling that. That's my biggest problem with this, is that they're not proving that Jewish people don't have power in media and entertainment. They're only attacking Kanye West's comments, saying that he's a dangerous person and an office rocker for saying it. So I feel like that's a furthering of an agenda, because this is an opportunity to just explain where the confusion comes in and why people think that, and why it's not true, versus attacking Kanye West and calling him office rocker for his own personal opinion. And then and inspire new propaganda campaigns. I'm not exactly sure of the word propaganda. I know what they're referencing to, of a whole bunch of stories that mixes falsehood with truth, so it confuses the people, and people are into one thought mind because of this propaganda. It's all to create one thought in mind. But I don't know exactly what propaganda means, and inspire new propaganda campaigns, because I don't want you to think that this is a propaganda campaign or I'm trying to spread propaganda or something like that. But I don't know exactly what it means. So we'll move on. Now, this is the original post from October 14th from the ADL. It says, Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, has recently used his media presence and social influence to espouse anti-Semitic tropes about Jewish intimidation, power, and control. So tropes, because I was actually writing a script, is, like stereotypes. So like saying like black people like watermelon and chicken and stuff. And even worse stereotypes, like black men are not there for their children or whatever. The thing about those for me is that black people do like chicken and watermelon. And there are a number of a significant amount of black men who are not there for their children. So although they are stereotypes, there are truths to them. They don't just spring out of nowhere. They come from something. Now the stereotype of it is because you're blanketing a whole group of people. But Jewish intimidation, power, and control is a trope that stems from, it has a basis of some truth. And I was watching a video, and they talked about, it mentioned at least, that they believe that black people in power may be, pretty much paraphrasing, maybe jealous of Jewish people, because Jewish people went through something similar to black people, where they were in this genocide and people tried to take them out and treated them horrible for years on years upon years following. And now today they are in a better position, especially here in America. Even in what they call Israel, they have their own country of Israel, which I believe they say that's the promised land. That's the land that God promised to them. And that's why it's a big fight between Israel and Palestine because it was Palestinian land or something. So that's a whole nother thing. And I'm not even about to get into because they're going to take my video off. But and it probably won't go up now, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about this trope of Jewish intimidation, power, and control stemming from a basis of truth. And that's why I wanted to mention that these tropes, that they actually stem from a basis of truth. And I just want somebody in the Jewish community to explain how that's not true. Because there are a lot of stories of people feeling intimidated by Jewish people, by their power and control. And it's because of like this. Like, if you've seen like the CEO of some endeavor of some big entertainment company call for people to not work with Kanye West. Like, these are Jewish people of power who are calling upon other people to not work with Kanye West. There was the ADL. They had a big campaign called Adidas, and Adidas finally dropped Kanye West today. So they were asking everybody to call Adidas and drop Kanye West. So that is a practice of intimidation, power, and control, and that stems from the Jewish community and their displeasure about Kanye West's comments. Black people, it wasn't black people who were calling for Kanye West to be shut down for these comments. It wasn't Asians. It wasn't Hispanics. We don't run the ADL. So and those entertainment leaders were Jewish. So it stems from a basis of realism, of truth. In my opinion. And I don't see how that's anti-Semitic. So I would like a Jewish person to kind of explain that and not attack me and say that I'm causing a rise in violence by my words or my rhetoric, but simply explain to me how that is anti-Semitic. Greenblatt, I think, came on The View to, like I said, school the girls on what Whoopi was saying. I don't know. I don't remember everything he said in that episode, but I mean, come Greenblatt, somebody come talk to me, because that's a better way. I mean, Whoopi was still punished. I don't think she was there the day he was explaining, because she was already suspended. You lose money, you lose, shit. So she still suffered consequences. This video may not go up. I don't know. I still may suffer consequences, but I have to say that I don't know, and why that's anti-Semitic, and why I don't believe it's anti-Semitic. That's why I don't believe it's anti-Semitic, because I believe it stems from a basis of truth. They also say, this is the ADL, on October 6th, Ye joined Fox News' Tucker Carlson after his decision to wear a White Lives Matter shirt at Paris Fashion Week garnered heightened media attention. During the interview, some of which was not aired on Fox that evening, Ye made a series of offensive and conspiratorial claims about Jewish people and Jewish identity. Ye claimed that Jews are actually black people, saying that when he refers to Jews, he means the 12 lost tribes of Judah, the blood of Christ, who the people known as the race black really are. And then I think there's a word or maybe an emoji that they don't know. But the 12 lost tribes of Judah, I don't know about. Okay, now this is for my black Hebrew Israelites, brothers and sisters. Comment down below, because y'all can tell me. They preach about this. You all preach about this. The 12 lost tribes of Judah, the blood of Christ, who the people known as the race black really are. I don't know about this, so I can't really comment much on that. But I know that Minister Farrakhan has preached and taught about the children of Israel in the Bible really are black people. He said the real children of Israel that the Bible is talking about are black people. Us here in America. It's talking about us. And so I think that's what Kanye is referencing. And I think that's what the Black Hebrew Israelites talk about as well, which I think Jewish people are calling anti-Semitic. And I'm confused about that, because how do you as a Jewish person get to claim that? And you've claimed it, and you said it to be true. You said that the historical description of Jews, the children of Israel, is your people. Now, how do you prove that to be true? And why can't black people say that it's them? Black people have come to a revelation that it is in fact them that the Bible is talking about. What makes your revelation so different from black people's revelation of saying that they are the children of Israel? You claim you're the children of Israel, and there's a lot of people who don't believe that the Jewish people who today, mainstream Jewish people, a lot of people don't believe that they are the children of Israel. That's black, white, Asian, that's all over the world, people who don't believe that. And then there's a great number of people who do. And of course the Jewish community does. That's why they move the way they move, because they believe that that's them. And if you do believe that that's you, fine. But my confusion is, why can't black people believe that that's them? There's Black Hebrew Israelites. There's a whole group who believe that to be true. How is that? Why does that make them anti-Semitic? And if they believe that they're Semitic people, they could call you the same thing, Jewish people. They could call you anti-Semitic for saying that it's not true and spreading your story. So I think that's a double standard there. And again, it's an attack on that person who says it versus a sit down of explanation. You're not explaining yourselves. I think they tried to do that with Nick Cannon, but they attacked him first. It says this is the ADL, and posited or decided, I don't know, that Planned Parenthood was the product. They said Kanye was called Planned Parenthood, the product of a collaboration between the KKK and Margaret Sanger. Okay, and this is the ADL. They said Kanye also said that Planned Parenthood was the product of a collaboration between the KKK and Margaret Sanger, quote, to control the Jew, i.e. black population. He also said that it is impossible for him to be fairly described as anti-Semitic because, as a black person, he is actually a Jew. Again, I already disagree with that. The collaboration between KKK and Margaret Sanger to control the black population may be true. I believe it to be true, but I don't have the actual facts on it. So you would have to do your own research on that and not just write that off as a conspiracy theory. Margaret Sanger, I believe, is a racist. I think it was known that she was a racist. I mean, who isn't racist? They're still racist today. I mean, this is back in the day. So I don't know her connection with the KKK, but it's the duty of the Planned Parenthood to be in the black communities. And black people, a lot of black people, especially black women, think it's like for like free health care or for to help with women and health issues that may not be taken care of at other places, which it does. But the sauce of Planned Parenthood has always been abortion. I mean, and again, this is not what this video is about, but we all know that, and that's what he's kind of referencing about when he says the control of black population or control of Jew population. He's referencing the abortions that they perform. So Planned Parenthood does a lot. But that is one of the main things that the company is about. And he's saying that it was planned from the beginning between Margaret Sanger and a collaboration with her and the KKK. So just do your research on that, and we'll figure that one out. Ye also said told Carlson that he believed Jared Kushner only arranged peace between Arab nations and Israel to, quote, make money. At another point, Ye stated that he wished his children had learned about Hanukkah instead of, quote, a complicated Kwanzaa, because Hanukkah would at least, quote, come with some financial engineering. Now, I seen him say this, and he was laughing when he said it because he was being a smartass. I failed to mention earlier how Kanye West is an asshole. Kanye West is very arrogant and can be very mean with the words he says a lot of the times. So I'm not like the biggest Kanye West fan. It probably sounds like that from this whole video. I've took all this time to actually say this, but because I'm not really trying to defend Kanye, I'm just really trying to understand what's going on here, because this happens to anybody. It will be, and it can be anybody. But I don't like the way Kanye West be talking to people, and a lot of the things he says, or a lot of the things he does. I don't. So I get it. I get why it's upsetting. But I believe his arrogance and believing that he can do whatever the fuck he want to do leads him to this type of behavior. So when he says that Kwanzaa is complicated, it's an African thing. And it's not been ever really explained like Hanukkah, to us mainstream, or to the mainstream for us to understand. So it can come off as complicated. And then Hanukkah is above Kwanzaa, where, it'll be more talks about that or celebrations than Kwanzaa. I don't know about this financial engineering. I think he's trying to be funny because it is a stereotype of that Jewish people have money. And they know about generational wealth. That's what they do. It's the same stereotype of like black people eating chicken and watermelon. Every black person loves chicken. Every Jewish person has money or knows how to use money. That's that. And that's what the joke is here. And that is anti-Semitic. And I think he is saying it to be an asshole. I think he's doing it to be an asshole. Because that's who Kanye is, and that's the person that I don't like. So I'm not trying to defend this man as like I like him and he's just an amazing person. I'm just not understanding why everything had been taken as anti-Semitic. So he says that it'll come with some financial engineering. Also, as a Jewish person, I would like to know, is there any financial talk? Like, I'm not even trying to be funny or anything. Is there any financial talk at Hanukkah or anything? I don't know why he would say that besides being racist or anti-Semitic. And because he laughed about it. He smiled. He smirked. He thought it was funny. It also says, this is the ADL. The next day, Ye shared screenshots of text messages on Instagram insinuating that Jews are using their purported control over his peers in the music industry to intimidate him, and defiantly said that, quote, no one can threaten or influence me. The post has since been deleted. So in his Instagram, he's insinuating that Jews are using their purported control over his peers in the music industry. Again, this is what we've been talking about. He's talking about Jewish people in media and entertainment. He has made blanket statements that but I've only seen when I've read this article, I've only seen 2 or 3, and I think it was 2 of these blanket statements. This one is here. This joke about Hanukkah would at least come with some financial engineering, because all Jewish people celebrate Hanukkah, are supposed to. And if it doesn't come with financial engineering or any financial nothing, then it is just a stereotype. It's like saying Kwanzaa comes with fried chicken and watermelon, when it does not at all. So I mean, unless there is a traditional chicken roasting or something, it's a little funny. So that's why I'm like, he smirked. Why would that be funny? Is there any talks of money or financial anything at Hanukkah? I don't know. But he was definitely doing it to be an asshole, and that's a blanket statement. But his gripe is with Jewish people in media. He said, insinuate Jews are purported to have control over his peers in the music industry to intimidate him, and defiantly, this is what he said: no one can threaten me or influence me. Ye also said, they said the post has since been deleted. I think Twitter deleted it. I don't think Kanye deleted it. It says, Ye also said that Jewish people, quote, toyed with him, and that they tried to blackball him or blackball anyone who opposes their, quote, agenda. This tweet, in which Ye ominously referred to going, quote, DEFCON 3 on Jewish people, raising the specter of violence, was later removed by Twitter. So it said raising the specter of violence because he said DEFCON 3. I told you on Drink Champs, he later clarified this tweet. The tweet says, I'm a bit sleepy tonight, but when I wake up, I'm going DEFCON 3 on, in capital words, Jewish people. He says, the funny thing is I actually can't be anti-Semitic because black people are actually Jew also. You guys have toyed with me and tried to blackball anyone who opposes your agenda. He says Jewish people. I'm going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. That's a blanket statement. He explained his statement on Drink Champs. He's saying toyed with him and tried to blackball anyone who opposes, quote, their agenda. He mentioned that they canceled 3 SoFi stadiums. I'm not exactly sure of what these SoFi stadiums are. I think they canceled 4 of them. He said once you cancel 4, and then he kind of went into a tirade. So he didn't explain exactly what that story is, what 4 SoFi or SoFi stadiums were canceled. I don't know. But he said that's when this tweet came. He said once you do that is when that's when he gets on alert, because what he meant to say was DEFCON 3, not DEFCON. And we explained DEFCON. So when he got on the show, he said that's why he was talking about DEFCON 3, and that he's about to be on alert and ready to go to war where, and he put in all caps, Jewish people. I think he should have said the Jewish people in media, because I think that's who he's talking about. But he said Jewish people, and maybe he is talking about all Jewish people, guys, because I don't know. And if any Jewish people are listening, you guys are upset. I think that that's a true statement. I think that you guys are upset and that you are mobilizing to go against Kanye West. Like I seen Jamie Lee Curtis, she was crying and she was very upset. There are people who are sending memos and notes to companies to not work with him. They pressured Adidas to stop working with him. These are majority Jewish people, because you guys are the ones with the issue. And these are not only Jewish people in media. This is Jewish people all around America, all around the world. And so maybe when he said this tweet, because immediately following this tweet is when everything happened, where he was dropped from everything and all of this is happening. Maybe he was talking about all of y'all because he knew that once he starts to come at Jewish media, that you guys will call it anti-Semitic, because that's what the ADL, this is all the time. Anything you say about Jewish people, you are called anti-Semitic. That's what I'm trying to understand. Why are y'all not explaining what is the issue? What is the problem? How is this causing rise to violence on Jewish people? And why is it so different from racist rhetoric? And that causes rise. That also causes rise to violence towards black people. So they should be treated the same if that's your answer. But you have to answer me of why, and you don't have to, but I would like an answer of why his words are so anti-Semitic versus just saying he's anti-Semitic and he's crazy and he's dangerous and you can't work with him or you shouldn't work with him. That's scary as fuck. You're fighting fire with fire, and you're You're attacking him. You say he's attacking you by saying, I'm going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people, but then you immediately attack him. And come to find out, DEFCON 3 means that I'm ready to be attacked. I'm just getting ready for an attack. It's a condition of readiness. It's not a condition of fighting. It's not a condition of attacking. It's not a condition of killing. It's a condition of readiness, of defense. When I'm on the defense, that means there's an offense. Somebody's offending me. So y'all, you switched it. You flipped it as if he is attacking you and you got into DEFCON 3 mode. No, he got into DEFCON 3 mode because he knew that when he starts calling out Jewish media like he's been doing, all Jewish people are going to attack him. And this will happen. What is happening would happen. He would be dropped and crucified all through the media as a crazy and dangerous person. That's what's happening. And he's ready for it. He had already been ready for it when he tweeted this. Well, at least he said when he woke up in the morning, he's going to be ready for it. So he's going through it. But that tweet was explained. And I don't see how that explanation of his tweet causes rise to violence on Jewish people. Because he said he's getting ready to defend himself? How does that cause rise to violence on Jewish people? He's ready to defend himself against Jewish people. I don't understand. Just Kanye, nobody's attacking you. How about that? How about say, Kanye, there's no reason to be in a ready condition because nobody's attacking you. But instead, y'all just proved his point. This is the ADL. While Ye has been no stranger to controversy and anti-Semitism in recent years, this dangerous rhetoric may help advance the spread of existing false and anti-Semitic narratives shared by extremist groups. Okay, we're just gonna end it here because this is too much.